So, step one to reject is, of course, the calorie deficit if you're fat, or if you're not fat, it's bulking for skinny dudes like myself. Simple as that. And a calorie deficit, this is for the fat guys, overweight people. Pretty much how you lose weight is that you're in a calorie deficit. You eat less calories than your body burns, which causes your body to burn your fat, your layer of fat, because fat is just stored calories. Simple as that.
Now, sorry for my basically, now how you actually bulk is basically you eat more calories than your body burns, which basically is the opposite is calorie deficit. You eat, let's say your body burns a total of if you're skinny dude, your body probably burns like 2,000 calories, 2,000 to 3,000 calories a day, and if it does, you'll have to eat more than that to gain weight, basically gain fat, because that's essentially what you want to do, is just gain fat, because then your body always has more fat to use to build muscle rather than it is when you don't bulk, essentially. And you'll have to eat lots of protein too. You should eat a minimum of 1 gram of protein per kilogram body weight. That's like essentially what you should be eating throughout the day. So you don't have to, because your body can build muscle at 30 grams. If you're, let's say, weigh 60 kilos, you can just straight up eat 30 grams of protein, but it won't be optimal. That's the thing. You can gain, but it won't be as optimal as bulking and cutting. You don't have to cut or bulk as long as you eat enough protein, but it will still be a little less progress than if you bulk. Simple as that. Now, over to gaining, how you actually gain the muscle.
It's called progressive overload. You overload your muscles by fatiguing them with adding more and more weight. Or, for example, that's one way to do it. It's just have, let's say, 6 reps for 3 sets. You could, and each week you, for example, could add 1 rep for each week, and you go up to 12 reps, which equals 6 weeks later you have 12 reps. You could do that, or you could just have, for example, 7 or 8 reps, and you could just add a few kilos every time you feel that it's just too little or whatever. Then you'll also progressive overload. But of course, if you eat too little, especially as a skinny dude, if you eat too little, you will gain a lot less muscle than if you, for example, are in a 200 to 300 calorie surplus, which basically means that you eat more calories than your body burns, which means you'll basically get fat, for instance. But there's also other ways for skinny dudes to gain muscle. It's called main gaining. Also, overweight dudes can do that after they have lost their weight. They can do that, or of course they could just first cut, or of course they could just start with bulking. If they're not too overweight, they could just start with bulking. Or if they're too overweight, they will have to start with cutting, and they could just. But every overweight dude who starts with cutting first should also work out while they do so, because you'll still gain muscle while you cut. But when you're overweight, you will gain a lot of muscle, because since you're very overweight, your body begins to eat your fat, basically eat all the calories off you, because since fat is just a layer of calories, technically it is, but fat is just stored calories, and then your body will start to consume those stored calories, which means that you'll basically lose your fat. And to not lose and especially if you bulked for a very long time and you then stop the bulk, you want to begin to cut, you do not have too low of a calorie deficit. Because if you're in a too high of a calorie deficit, you will start to basically lose. You could potentially start to lose a lot of your muscle too, which will end up you in basically losing muscle that you wouldn't necessarily have needed to lose, but you were basically just too greedy and wanted to lose that body fat too fast, which will make you end up look smaller than you could have ended up looking. So yep, that's that. There's also some other factors to be thinking about, and that's if you want to do full body, or if you want to do upper body and lower body split, or if you want it, or the push-pull legs. That's basically basically 4 technically, but I would prefer you to do the either full body 3 times a week or upper and lower body 4 times a week. 4 to 6, I wouldn't really recommend 6, but you could do, I guess, but you wouldn't really have long enough time to recover. And then there's the last one, which is the push-pull legs, where you extensively do push and pull, and then you go legs, and you have a whole day for your legs. Technically, that goes for a bit of your back if you do deadlifts and other of that. You basically work out your back a bit, especially your lower back. And the push and pull, the push is basically, for example, on push day you could for example do bench press and incline bench press, or DB press, or DB shoulder press, for example, dumbbell shoulder press. That also works. And then there's the pull, which, for example, you could do weighted pull-ups. That would work quite well for your lats and your back. But I would probably prefer barbell bent over barbell rows. Those are my favorite back exercises. That's how I grow my juicy back. So yeah.
And that's how you lose weight, gain weight, and build muscle. Simple as that. I hope you subscribe to my YouTube channel and give me a thumbs up if you like my explanation. And I'll see you in the next video.